I graduated with a zoology degree from University of Toronto and then a master's from University of Guelph in entomology. So I studied insects, and I got my first permanent job in Ottawa, working for agriculture at that time. And in 1983, I had a chance to move up to Sault Ste. Marie as a research director at the forestry center there, commonly known as the Bug Lab. I first got interested in wood turning when I was in high school many years ago, and turned a couple of pieces in woodworking shop, and didn't do anything more until quite a few years later. And I bought an all-in-one machine called a Shopsmith, and I did a number of things with that, shelves and storage units and so on, and decided to try my hand at more wood turning. And over the years I collected so much stuff that my wife told me I should go into a craft show, and I did at the Holiday Inn in the Soo. Made a couple $100, and that encouraged me to continue on. I've been trying to focus much more on local woods. I think I'm a huge supporter of eat local and source local and use local business wherever possible. And Ontario has a tremendous number of woods, and certainly quite a few of those here locally in Algoma District. Well, start to finish, it actually takes quite a long time because you normally start with, at least I normally start with a piece of green wood, a log. And so if I have, for example, a bird's eye maple log that I buy from a logger, I will take that log and I'll cut it into lengths that correspond with the diameter of the piece that I'm going to be turning. And that chunk, that piece of the log then is cut in half. And then those pieces I cut on the bandsaw. I cut round pieces from those half pieces. And those round pieces, they go onto the lathe, and I rough turn the bowls. Rough turn, I mean I don't take them down to their final thickness, because it takes roughly a year or more for those pieces to air dry to a proper moisture content, so that they don't check on you, they don't crack. And sometimes they still do. That becomes a feature sometimes of the piece. This piece of wood is from a tree from Donna Hopper's property, actually. Well, I took some of the pieces of the log, and then I split them in half, and this one I cut into a round blank on the bandsaw. And the principle here is, I use a screw chuck. I will put it on the lathe, and I'm going to make a tenon on the back. And then when that's done, I can flip it around, take the screw out, and the chuck will hold the tenon on the piece of wood, and I can give it some bowl shape and start hollowing it out on the inside to its rough shape.